I am Mark Stewart Greenstein, and I mentioned earlier about the G-Force, the EG Force, and some related other forces that'll help Connecticut. This is a special edition of the Daily Fire. Welcome. Yes, that is Meatloaf from the 1970s. We're going to talk 1970s in one way. I'll get back to it. The G-Force is government forces doing great work. Great work for government services that we traditionally do. Great work for private services that are in need of workers, like a lot of our companies need right now. There's going to be fluidity coming up. The EG Force, exclusively for women. It's not estrogen. It's named after some very good women who've served Connecticut. There's also the related forces. The PR force is for Puerto Ricans who can come up and temporarily serve Connecticut well. Some of them are already at work since Hurricane Maria. The Conn Force, outsiders who come to Connecticut to make us more robust. And yes, the Ex-Conn Force, getting people who have just been released from crime into the workforce well, safely, bettering their lives a lot quicker than ever before. So let me get to what the EG Force would be. It is for women. It is by women. It's for those who feel that a women-run workplace is important. They might feel straitjacketed right now. So let these women, no men allowed, sell aircraft, sell submarines, build better networks, build manufacturing, build sales forces. Whatever they do well and exclusively, okay? And set up your own labor laws. Set up your own workplace-friendly situations. Let there be no complaint about male-dominated business. Let the women there thrive. And let women, whether they allow males in or not, they're going to decide, okay? Let them work in total comfort. I'd love to see a female-only workforce that really can measure up. In a lot of ways, they're going to do great, okay? I know how women run rings around men in terms of the ability to multitask, keep things together, keep emotions under control in trying situations. So let's have men butt out. Okay? Now, who has this been named for? I've mentioned several times my favorite governor, El Grasso. Okay? In fact, it's the only governor in my lifetime who I've liked. I think if I were around for Ribicoff, I might have liked him too. But Ella was, I think, a almost unequivocal good for Connecticut. First governor elected in her own right in the whole United States. Another EG was the first lieutenant governor of Connecticut. That was Eunice Groark. She served as Lowell Weiker's lieutenant governor. EG, no, Estelle Getty did not actually help Connecticut. But I like the wisdom of her character, Sophia Petrillo, so she makes the list. Wisdom and energy defines this EG. Estelle Griswold. She of Griswold v. Connecticut, who actually brought a case all the way to Supreme Court regarding reproductive rights. And it was a bad decision, but it was right to be brought. And unfortunately, the Supreme Court used that decision to make emanations and penumbras control interpretation of laws. It has been a bad stepping stone to other case law that has been awfully decided. But Ms. Griswold, who helped Planned Parenthood in its infancy, that agency was to foster birth, to make better family life when parents might have marginal ways of bringing up a child. It has become a bad organization. They're pro-death, okay? There's no way around it. They are pro-snuffing out fetuses, okay? I often use the term babies because that gives more sympathy, but fetuses should be strong enough. Anyway, she was a relative hero for her time, and we owe some deference to that EG. Final EG, my mom, Eunice Greenstein. Eunice Greenstein raised me very well and had the circumstances of many housewives of the 1960s and 70s and even 80s who could raise kids a lot better than households today where two parents pretty much have to work. We don't have that today because of taxes. Okay? It's not because of women's liberation, it's because of the force of needing to keep up with expenses. Now, without a huge tax burden, that means state and federal dramatically going down, it helps women raise better kids. That's why I am so fervent about reducing taxes. The moral argument for low taxes is exemplified again by my mom and every mom who was able to stay home, raise kids well, and some of them sacrifice today to do that. That's especially heroic when you sacrifice income to have better kids. We shouldn't have to make that sacrifice. I'm in your corner. Thank you, EGs, for being in ours. I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein. Good night.